Welcome back to IndieX once again. We just had Ricardo sending off an amazing game with unboxing Mr. Coup, but now we have a whole different vibe. My name is Rufox or Paul, whatever you prefer to call me, and I have Gregorio here from Studio Pizza with me. We're going to talk a little bit about Monster Chef. So, Gregorio, welcome on into the stream. How you doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So, first of all, Monster Chef. How does this come out of nowhere? Like, how where does this come from? It's such a unique game.
Well, it's one of the ideas I brushed off when I got the opportunity of working of a game of mine, and I'm a fan of fantasy games.
Mm-hmm.
But I always had like the impression that a lot of fantasy game are like bland, no? It's like the average fantasy story, the warrior that have to fight evil. So I like said, what if this time the protagonist, instead of just killing hordes and hordes of monster,
Yeah.
cooks them? And so that's where it started.
Yeah, this is really a cool twist because so you play as a chef here in this game and you have your own inn or your own restaurant. And this is so you're a studio from Italy, right? So by the way, this game is developed by Studio Pizza, published by Studio Pizza, and everything kind of connects, right? Like you guys are from Italy, the game is full of Italy references. Was this really something that you really wanted to install into your game or just came naturally like, okay, we're Italian, so let's just put it in?
Well, it's kind of a mix of the two.
Mhm.
A lot of references came naturally into the game, like it's stuff we love and we are grown up with.
Mhm.
But there is also a deliberate choice into featuring pieces of our cultural heritage, like the dishes in the game, like the pasta. That is the
Yeah.
first dish you have to cook.
Yeah. Also, before we jump into the game, I do want to ask you because me and, for example, Anna, we like to do this kind of exercise, which think about if you're in a group of just five friends, no business stuff, no nothing. How would you pitch this game to your five friends?
Maybe I'll go guys, I made a cool game, and it's about a chef that cooks monsters
Well,
in a
okay.
fantasy setting.
That is
Very
good
simple.
enough. I feel like a lot of people would be enticed to play the game. So, send us to the game. We gotta try this out. We gotta try Monster Chef. We gotta see what this is about. So I already tried the game, but I cleared my save slot because I want you guys to see the animation on the cutscene as well. And Gregorio, since we have the pleasure of having you with us here, I also want you to walk us through what happens here in the cutscenes, or and walk us through what the thought was behind the whole lore of this story.
Well, like the lore of the story is indeed a complex one. It may not seem like so because it's a cartoon graphic game, but like the base of the story is you are this little warrior chef, part of an order of warrior chefs that is the monster chef order,
Hmm.
and you at the beginning of the game inherit an inn that is the first step in your route to become a real monster chef, a real part of this glorious order of warriors.
Hmm.
And at the start you will have to uh, learn to cook monsters in combat. And this is something because a lot of people when they talk about the game says you gather the ingredients and then cook. It's not like that. We chose deliberately to cook monsters while you fight them, because tons of games make the other design, and so
It's
I
funny
think it's
because
pretty boring.
as soon as I saw the trailer, like when the staff at IndieX sent me the links and sent me the scene pages and all that stuff, I was like, okay, so this is another game where you just get the ingredients, cook, and it's just like very freaky kind of dishes, like very supernatural kind of dishes. But then as soon as I got to play, I was like, okay, this is totally different. Like this is, it even has some kind of, I'm gonna say Pokemon vibes, even though it's not really Pokemon, but you have like some kind of Pokemon vibes with like catching the monsters itself. It's pretty cool.
It is. Like the early game of Pokemon are
Hmm.
something that like all the other people in the team love, and so we decided that what better way to cook a monster while you fight them than throwing a pot. So
Very
we
true.
like
Which is another one of those Italian elements, right? Like it's especially when since we're always cooking or at least at this point we're cooking pastas, right? Once again, the Italian elements come to the table, right? Like we're seeing a lot of pastas, a lot of pots, and like there's a don't mind me, but like there's a lot of like Italian memes where it's always focused around like the chef being around the pot and all that stuff. So I feel like you guys did a great job when it comes to references about that.
thank you. We kind of like. As I said before, decided to embrace the meme
Hmm.
and also bring with the meme a little bit of heritage. So, like you said a really good point when you said like maybe it's another game when you like cook strange kind of we like made the opposite decision, like we thought about all the dishes you can cook in the game, thinking of okay, let's draw something that is like tasty, that looks good, not like soup of Yeti's brain. It's like pasta.
Yeah, pretty much. It's something that everyone loves, right? Everyone loves pasta. I don't know anyone that doesn't like pasta. It's something that's kind of universal, I'd say. Also, now we're going back to the inn. So walk me through the creative process around like having the whole inn. Because like this is all together, right? But like sometimes you either have a restaurant, you either hunt for the monsters. So what's the creative process with the team behind like, okay, so first of all we want the solid layout base of like hunting monsters, but like how does that translate into okay, we're actually gonna have a inn and we're actually gonna serve the dishes.
Well, like I pretty much light management mechanics
Hmm.
in gameplay. I'm not like myself a fan of high management games, but I kind of like mini games and stuff. And we when we were talking about how like you can get cash out of the plates you
Hmm.
cook, we kind of naturally came to think of maybe you can have your restaurant, and we also thought that the restaurant can be a good kind of hub because you can also host a lot of characters, and this is another core feature of the game. And indeed, inside of the restaurant now you will meet your trusty squire Puntino, that is our main companion of the narrative, but like going forward, you will meet other characters,
Hmm.
and you will have to become friend with them. So, like the inn seemed a good spot to like feature also some mini games, but also some narrative elements that otherwise are difficult to tackle.
Yeah, and speaking of narrative items or narrative points, talk to me about this room specifically here. He talks about a mama pot. Is this some kind of background lore about the story?
It is, it is. It's part of the multifaceted lore that I speak before, and
Hmm.
this room will be an available shop room in the full game. And
Okay.
I'm doing a tiny spoiler, and it will grant you the ability of craft different kinds of pots, as well as power up your current pots. But right now it's
Okay.
disabled, and the mama pot itself, it's also, as you said, a great lore point.
Okay, interesting. Now this is another mini game, which is basically one of the main mini games of the game, right? So walk us through what's happening here. Walk us through what we'll expect in the future in this mini game, which is basically just one of the core elements of the game, right? Just serving food.
It is. Like this mini game is the main tool the player have to convert the dishes you cook on the battlefield into florins that are the game's kind of money that you can earn. And so it's a core element of the gameplay because without florins you cannot buy stuff, without buying stuff you cannot get stronger, and so on.
So basically
And
capitalism, but in the game.
yes, but it's like good capitalism. I
Of
mean,
course,
like
of
the
course.
order in the game's lore,
Hmm.
like the monsters are really evil. Kinda, they kill people. It may not seem so
Oh,
because they are like cute, but they are a real menace. So, like the Monster Chef's order does this thing where they defeat the menace, and so like the world is safer and the people are happier. But they also like turn them into dishes, so they kind of solve two problems in one.
okay. So that's actually
Good
interesting.
capitalism.
Yeah, of course, good capitalism, always and only. But talk to me about that point specifically, without giving away too much of the lore, of course, because you don't want to spoil everything. But so there's a chef's order behind all of this, and like there's like a world thread of some kind.
It's I won't spoiler much.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay,
and it's difficult to talk about this without spoiling too
of
much, but
course, of course.
yeah, the safe part is the one I already exposed.
Okay, that's fair enough. I don't know what's happening. I swear I played the demo like I replayed the demo before we went live, and I was throwing pots specifically at the monsters. I'm all over the place right now. Don't look at me. It's not my fault. Okay,
Ah, no, 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 no.
it's never my
Mm,
fault.
trust me, trust me.
Also,
As these games, they're like watch the many hours of streamer playing the demo since it's out, and
yeah.
you are doing terrific.
Okay, awesome. Good to
I've
know.
seen lots of stuff, believe me.
Good to know. Have you seen people breaking the game? I believe you have, no?
Mm, fortunately, breaking it, no, but I like have seen some rather unorthodox
Okay.
approaches,
Okay, interesting.
like lots of people throwing lots of pots on the monsters without the like the knowledge to you have to like deplete the bar
Yeah, yeah.
as the game tells you in the beginning. So this is good. Like
Okay, so chat, I'm doing good. Chat, listen, I am. Now, another element of this core gameplay right here, it's on the upper right side of the screen, which is the chef's sense. Was that inspired in something in some of the games? Because I just started playing Assassin's Creed again, and you have the eagle vision, so like it kind of made me think about that. What was the inspiration behind that core element?
well, the chef sense was like our response to a big problem in the game because I like decided to not include a map of the world because I wanted like to maximize the immersion of the player in the game's world. I personally like hate maps if they are not strictly needed because you like, okay, let me pause a second, where are we? And that is not like how you are doing it in real life. Like you go into the woods, if you have like a wolf in front of you, you're not like, okay, I'm pausing it, don't attack me, I'm pausing it where I am. So, like, the player needs also a way to like orient himself inside the whole world. So, like, we chose to do this kind of tracker that is the chef sense
Yeah.
to let the player find the monsters without getting overly frustrated. But I don't. Uh, I won't say it's inspired by Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, I assume not. It's just because I started playing it, I was like, okay, this kind of looks like Eagle Vision or something. But it's very interesting because like then for me at least, there's two experiences this year that follow that exact model that you were talking about. For example, I played a lot of Expedition 33 Clair Obscure, of course, and they chose the same approach. So it's very interesting because they had the same vision as you, or as you guys in Studio Pizza, which was expedition is lost, so the players need to feel lost as well, need to feel like they need to integrate into the world too. So that's a very interesting approach and decision from your side.
I think it's a modern one because the game is, of course, really different from Expedition.
Oh, of course.
But as you said, the purpose is very much similar. We also wanted to like feel like you're exploring a great world, and by a lore standpoint, the game's lens shifts every day because they are like permeated by chaos. That is one of the main energy of the game setting.
Oh yeah,
So,
I definitely
like,
feel that.
we decided to do so for a likely reason.
Also, talk to me about this character right here. Like, is this a spoiler or is this just a curious character?
I'll try to not spoiler much, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a really important both in the
Okay.
game lore and for the game's mechanic. In the full game, you will have to like plant different kinds of plants in the garden. That is the space you were treading before.
Yeah.
And the gardening in the game will be like the one of Stardew Valley and all
Hmm.
those kind of games. Like you can plant stuff wherever you like. It's not like you have three spaces, la, la, la. And the NPC you spoke before, it's like the main NPC for all the garden mechanics.
Okay, interesting. That's actually something that I don't think I have asked you before as well, but like the whole game inspiration. Like, did I ask you about that? I don't think so. Like, what games inspired you to create this one?
Well, like it may really seem, and it's strange, but we started from the Binding of Isaac because
Okay, interesting.
it's another title that is loved by most of the people that are working on Monster Chef, and
Mm-hmm.
also one of my favorite games. And we started by the idea of doing something that is a little bit of roguelite, but also with a management twist. And things changed a lot.
Yeah.
And like to think of it, we started like saying, let's not include too much direct narrative. Let's say it with let's make it with like clues and descriptions of items, but not a lot of dialogues. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's changed.
Things always change whenever you have a plan. That's for sure. Also, you do have like two different kinds of like setting here. Like you said, Binding of Isaac, but you also have two kinds of different world. I'd say. Like, so you have the inn, which you already said it's more based on the on the management side, and you have this world where you hunt the monsters. Was this what were there like two different kinds of inspirations, or was it just like the same games around the both of the two settings?
No, like we drew inspirations from different titles for both the two halves of the game. And as I said, while we were working on it, the game soaked up a lot from other games we played and we liked. And so there are like two different branches for the game's inspiration. As far as now, we like tried to look to action and roguelites for
Hmm.
the part where you cook, and for games focused on, as I said, narrative and management for the part of the inn.
Okay.
Like we tried to, for instance, about the relationship with the characters, we like tried to do another approach that I think it's pretty much modern, where inside of charging the player with ever repeating dialogues, we said, okay, we will prepare lots and like lot of dialogues, and
Hmm.
try to feel like the inn as much as alive as we can, instead of doing like traditional RPG stuff where you talk to the character and he said like, "Hey, those are my wares," and like you talk to him again and say, "Hey, those are my wares," and
Yeah,
so
same
on.
thing. Okay, that's very interesting. Also, you do have the harvesting mechanic as well, which I'm gonna showcase in a little bit. Um, but like, is the harvesting mechanic for that part that you were talking about, like the sim part in the inn, or is it for a different purpose?
The gathering mechanic is like one of the mechanic I would call like some kind of glue as the
Okay.
plates themselves. The cooking mechanic lets you return to the inn with stuff that you can trade with money, and the gathering mechanic lets you return with materials that you will also trade for different upgrades in the inn. The inn will have different spaces of upgrades. The demo already features two of the main NPCs, and there is a carpenter that we are
Mm-hmm.
maybe showcasing soon, and also a blacksmith. And both characters will need special resources in order to like develop power ups either for the inn or for the player.
Okay. Also, chat, if you guys have any questions for Gregorio, feel free to ask them. As for the other saying, did I say that this game is amazing? I don't think you did yet, but you did just now. So yeah, and this game is truly amazing. This is another element right here. We're about to receive the salt shaker. Um, so there's gonna be like, and this is where I stopped playing as well. But there's gonna be ranged and melee attacks at least. Can we expect some other kind of different combat like shields and stuff?
So it's an important question because we are working right now on a parry mechanic,
Mm-hmm.
and you will parry monsters indeed with a shield that is not a real shield, but because the game is Monster Chef and you have your chef weapons, it will be the lid of a pot. And
Okay.
mainly the combat will be like performed with a melee weapon and a ranged one, as you said. And in the full game, you can like do different builds by using different kinds of weapons. You will have like three different types of melee weapons and three different types of salt shaker that are the ranged weapons,
Mm-hmm.
and depending on the build, your approach to combat will change. You will
Okay.
have like a light build, a mobile build, a mixed build that is the starter build, and
Mm-hmm.
then heavy build focused on high damage attacks.
Okay. Also, changing it from the builds to the inn itself, because I did notice during the tutorial that it said that you had different kinds of customers, some that would get upset faster, some that would even wreck your place and make the place smell bad if you didn't go to them first. How does that work in terms of like knowing who's gonna get upset first, who's not gonna get upset first? Are you gonna have different types of customers even further into the game?
Yes, the minigame is one of the greatest systems of the game because it needs to feel fresh like every time you play it for a long time because
Of course.
I personally do not like very much choices like, okay, I'll give you a mechanic. 5 hours into the game, you buy this upgrade, and I will automate it for you. To
Mm-hmm.
me, it's a big no. I mean, like, we coded the mechanic into the game, it better be fun.
Of
And
course.
so, expect to have lots of different hazard clients, as we like to call them in the team. And the inn will be visited by lots of clients inspired by the classic RPG classes like druids, mages, warriors, necromancers, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And each one will have its own particular way to react when they are pissed, and so it's better not to let them wait.
Also, about the salad methods. So for you to make a salad, in this case of a monster, do you need to finish him off with a ranged attack,
Yes,
or okay?
you will have to inflict the last point of damage with
Hmm.
salt. That is the salt shaker's filling.
Okay, and how do you
So
recharge the salt shakers like meter? I'm pretty sure the tutorial
uh,
said that, but I have this big problem, which is a streamer problem, which we don't read tutorials.
easy, easy, easy. I know. Just like a hold B, the the
Oh,
exactly. You can recharge it.
oh, that is very cool. Nice. Uh,
A critter, a little ant.
Oh, we can. Oh, we need a critter net. Okay, I didn't even notice that. Okay, that's really cool. Are those gonna be something for later in the game?
Yes,
Okay.
you need to buy a critter net in order to catch them, but I won't spoiler it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Asphodel is actually asking a really cool question here. He's saying that he remembers two thematic closer references, and although Monster Hunter is Monster Chef, not Monster Hunter, is nothing like them, did they act in any way as influence? And he's talking about the indie game Cuisinier and the anime Delicious Dungeon.
Cuisinier was already almost out when we started the development.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a bunch of trailer of the game, but it's like I'm not liking that much what I saw. So,
Okay, fair enough.
not my cup of tea. I know like that game has some similarities with Monster Chef because you also like cook. There is also dungeon crawling part and an in part, but not my cup of tea. Like also the mechanic are the one you said earlier when like you first approached Monster Chef. You like gather ingredients, go back, clicking UIs, cook the meals, blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah. Delicious Dungeon, lots and lots and lots of people since it came out asked me and the other people in the team, like, oh, wow, are you fun? No, the main inspiration for this game, as far as the loosely the idea, but not the setting, is another manga that
Okay.
is right now like forgotten, and to me it's really a shame. So like, read it. I like comics, so I can assure you it's good if you like Japanese
Okay.
comics for
What's the name of the manga, by the way? I didn't catch it.
boys, and it's Toriko.
Toriko. Oh, okay. Asphodel was just saying Toriko as well. So you guys are really on point with the culture references. That's pretty cool.
It started from that because it's like shonen manga, a manga
Mm-hmm.
for boys, where the guys like beat themselves up like all those comics, but they beat monsters, and then another character cooks them,
Okay.
and it's a loose reference thematically.
Well, all those references definitely made for a really cool game because this game is truly fun. Now, I also see some kind of fire, not really fireplaces, but like some kind of okay, we can call them fireplaces for
They
the lack of
are.
a better word right now. Like, are they going to be implemented as a gameplay mechanic, or just for scenery, lore wise?
Do you really want to know it now?
I'm probably going to play the game on release, but or is it still featured in this demo as well?
Well, like jokes aside,
Mm-hmm.
it will be a real game mechanic, and like one of the things that we are trying to do with the games world is like add little by little new
Mm-hmm.
mechanics, because like we shaped the code that makes the dungeon crawling part,
Mm-hmm.
like it's a big box where you can put all kind of things, and the fireplace you have seen are one of those things. I
Okay.
mean, they will have a mechanical use later in the game, but again, won't spoiler it now.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so Asfel is asking, Gregorio, please help me. I think I read like 40 chapters of Toriko, but somehow it didn't resound. Should I give it another opportunity?
I think you should definitely. It, of course, depends on your taste in comic. Like, I like fighting mangas and stuff, and I think that like the fights are pretty good. The art style is a little bit gritty, and maybe that is not for not anyone's game, but I think it's really good, and proceeding it have lots of really offbeats idea for the narrative. It's, to me, it's really worth.
Also, we just unlocked a new character here, Batula. So, talk to me a little bit about this a typical wood singer. Who is she?
She is the first of our allies in the inn, and she will be our carpenter, and through her shop we will be able to upgrade the inn, and like the system of progression goes like every room will feature a different shop in it,
Okay.
and by upgrading the rooms via the carpenter's shop, you will upgrade the shop that resides in that room. Like, for example, you have almost depleted Spuntino's stock. In order to buy other tools, because that's what
Mm-hmm.
Spuntino is selling you, you
Yeah.
will have to upgrade Spuntino's room. And
Okay.
while upgrading their rooms, the graphics will change. You will have different props to interact with.
Mm-hmm.
In the inn, you like can talk with lots of the furniture, and some of it will grant some hints about the lore, the world, and the characters. So that's Betula's role. And also, she's an atypical wood singer because in the setting, elves shape like architecture and
Mm-hmm.
other goods with magic by singing. And
Okay.
she's like atypical because she doesn't believe in magic as much as in the strength of her hands and wit. So she's like treated like an outcast.
Okay, interesting. Also, something just happened here, which was we didn't clear all of the plates, and in terms of like serving all the plates to the customers, does that like come with a little bit of a penalty? Is just like just goes to waste? Doesn't really affect the gameplay that much?
We are implementing right now like an end of the minigame UI that lets you see how good you fared, and the wasted
Hmm.
plate will be definitely featured in it. But like we decided to leave it cool and no big penalties or such. I mean, like you already lost some florins because you haven't sold the plates, so
Yeah.
it seemed like unnecessary. We told about that, but in the end, it didn't make it.
Okay. Interesting. Also, we're doing the daily menu, which is Betulia's special menu. Is every single character that we meet gonna have like a specifical like a special menu in their like in the encounters, or is it just very specific characters?
No, most of the characters that are your allies, the NPCs that you will feature inside the inn,
Mm-hmm.
will have a special menu to recruit them.
Okay.
So it's like a pattern in the game. When you meet someone that will be featured in the room in the inn, you will have to prove your worth as a cook by cooking them a menu.
Okay. So it's kind of like a honor system amongst clients.
And also, this kind of mechanic will return as a source for building the character's friendship.
Okay.
Like from time to time, the NPCs will ask you, like, "Oh, I'm really sad. I really need to eat something that I like to cheer up." And
Mm,
if you like deliver them a menu, they will grow closer to you and share some of their personal stories, as well as grant you some benefits gameplay wise.
okay, interesting. So there's a friendship. So the friendship evolution system as well. That's pretty cool. I did not think it was gonna have something like that. Also, a lot of people are asking about how, or are talking about how the game looks, and that was something that actually uh, I was interested about because like it looks like kind of cartoonish. Like I don't know, for example, Cuisinier. I never actually saw the gameplay of the game, but was the art style like what was the creative process behind the art style of this all? Like was this based on some kind of cartoons, movies, fairy tales?
The main influence for the art style is Roberto Dagnano's art style. That is the artist that have drawn almost entirely the sprites of the game. And he is a cartoonist
Mm-hmm.
from Italy. And I asked him in the beginning of the process if he wanted to contribute with his art, and so like the main person responsible for why the game has this kind of look, it's him.
Okay.
Then like we talked about other influences, and he himself always talks about early Cartoon Network, like Powerpuff
Mm,
Girls, Johnny
yeah,
Bravo, and such,
I
as
can totally
some
see that.
of his bigger influences. So when we started the creative process behind the game, we thought we really wanted to do something that is unique, because
Hmm.
there are lots and lots and lots of copycat games outside, and our our first goal was like, okay, let's do something that looks different, and plays different, and it's worth experiencing. And we hope when the game releases, it will be something that keep this promise real.
Well, it's definitely very unique, and now that you speak about, or now that you talk about the early Cartoon Networks kind of vibe, it definitely kind of shapes like it. I can totally see like the influence from what you said, like Powerpuff Girls and all that stuff. It definitely shapes like that, which is very interesting. Now, we have like around like 5 minutes here, so to focus a little bit more in on the business side of things,
Hmm.
you guys, I'm just trying to pull up your page really quickly here on Steam because are you guys in early access? Did you guys launch already? I checked this before, but I don't have anything on or everything on the top of my head. You guys are still in not even in early access, right? You guys are going to be planning to release when? There's no really date, right?
It's a spicy question.
Always, always. We want all of the spoilers here in IndieX.
We will release in next year for
Hmm.
sure. We are aiming for Q1,
Okay,
but development is a rocky ride. So right
for
now, I
sure.
mean, I've said it, fingers crossed, and all the stuff. But yes, we are not out. We plan to update the demo
Hmm.
a couple of times, because before the game will be out, and one of the biggest update we will push out will be like in 2 weeks from now, I think, and the demo will be featuring lots of stuff that is not in right now, because
Yeah.
since we put out the demo, we get lots and lots of feedback that really helped us to focus onto the important parts of the game, seeing
Hmm.
where people are like, I'm not getting this, and we are, maybe we can make it better, but we will release next year. Let's say so.
Okay, so since you guys are planning to release next year, this might not even be in your plans yet. But a lot of people usually ask this in the Indie Games Showcase or in the Indie X Showcase, and it's always a question that pops up in everyone's mind because some of these games are very perfect for these platforms. Are you planning just to release only on Steam, or then porting, or are you planning on porting to like Nintendo Switch, mobile even? Because a lot of people play these cozy games on, or let's not call it cozy games, but these smaller versions of games or these more indie games, indie experiences on like games like or platforms like Switch. I know, for example, I do.
We will for sure consider to port it on Switch 2,
Hmm.
2, excuse me, a bit
Yeah,
of Italian slipped.
you're fine.
But right now we are focusing on finishing the development process, and develop a game we can be fond of. So uh, we will port it if we can in the future, but when we will release, we will for sure release it only on PC, and it's not because we are evil or anything, but we are on our own. We are publishing it only with our strength, and
Hmm.
coding it only with our strength. It's been difficult, and
For sure.
we want to do the best work that we can, focusing on one thing at a time, one step at a time, and moving forward after
Yeah,
it.
for sure, for sure. And speaking about publishing yourself, that was something that I was going to ask you to. Like, that's the plan, is to like just self-publish the game, or are you like actively looking for publishers for you guys to join together?
No, we will self-publish it. Like
I
we
would love that.
spent a year and a half trying to
Hmm.
find the publisher, but to all the people in the team, the
Hmm.
current system of publishing is like a little bit rotten, because there is like a lot of fishing, a lot of wow, the game is really beautiful, it looks really nice, let's make a call. Okay, we make a call, we talked, wow, the game is really good, like we will reach out in a week, and then
Yeah,
disappeared.
they just disappear. Yeah.
two
Well, that's
months
that's
after,
very
like,
unfortunate.
oh
Yeah.
well, like, do you like the game? No. Well, just say it to me. It's
Yeah,
better
that's
because,
it's very unfortunate. It's the way some companies work, right? Like I don't know. It's very unfortunate. Also, Gregory, we're really running short on time here, so I want to give you just a bit of a space here, like 2 3 minutes, for you to talk with the whole community of IndieX that's watching us at home right now, for the people that are gonna watch us later, and even for your own community fan base. So you have your space here, 2 3 minutes, whatever you want to say to.
well, foremost, I want to make a shout out for all the people in the team that are contributing to make this beautiful game, because I think it is. And they are Lorenzo Viglietti, lead programmer and the real rock of the project, Roberto Dagnano, that is the guy that uh, gave us the art style, pretty much. Anna Fasano, our animator, that animated all the small cute monsters.
Hmm.
Alessandro Spedicato, that is our colorist, that provided for all the vibrant colors and palettes of the game. Giulia Scatasta, that is our producer, UI UX designer, but foremost like our social media manager and community manager, and lots and lots and lots of stuff. And Marco Bergamini, our composer, and Vittorio Vernassa, that is our side programmer that is programming mainly the UI and the sounds. And I want to thank all the people that will try the game and will reach out with the feedback, because those are like the best things that can happen to an indie developer on its own. Like having someone that says, the game is beautiful, but this thing sucks. And that is the main way we can make a better
Hmm.
game. So, like, love you. And it's pretty much it. Thank you for all the indie X people to featuring the game, because it's really difficult to get an indie game out there without great expenses
Hmm.
and paying a lot of marketing channels. So again, thank you guys on behalf of all the team, and that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you guys for being here with us. And once again, as Gregorio said, we do have the chat rolling with an auto command or exclamation mark game, if I'm not wrong, in chat. You also have the store Steam page, or the Steam store page, where you guys can wish list, and where you guys have all of the Studio Pizza connections, like the website and all that stuff through Steam. So feel free to go there, wishlist the game. Once again, like Ricardo before me said, and Gregorio just said as well, it helps the indie studios a ton. Also, finding bugs, well, text Gregorio right away because they love that. Also, Gregorio, once again, thank you so much for being here with us. Here at IndieX, we still have two more games to showcase for you guys today. We're gonna go on a short break, and we'll be right back with Fretless: The Wrath of the Rifts of Rifson. For now, we have a short break coming up.